to strip down or news strip down. Sorry, the news where I dig through all the good stuff, so you guys don't have to sit there and watch the news for an hour, and you get only the good stuff here, only the important stuff. You're not gonna find any Epstein stuff on here, any mass shootings or anything like that. Just the news that you need to know. I just got to do a quick checkup, make sure everything's working here. Okay, so we're good to go. So today, actually, sorry, yesterday I forgot to mention this. I kind of blended some stuff up with some Montreal news. Montreal is going to be starting to build Rolls-Royce jet engines for Saab's Griffin fighter aircraft, which is a good thing for Canada and other UN countries that are kind of looking for new aircraft. So now this leaves a wide market open where we don't have to go to the US, where the US with their F-35s have constant updates and constant maintenance. So say other countries do purchase these F-35s, then what's to stop the US from be like, hey, you know what? Sorry, we're not going to give you that new update on your aircraft, just like a cell phone company. Imagine if all of us took our smartphones and then one day we don't get an app and now our phones don't work. You know, not a good thing overall, but good thing for Canada. We have been producing parts for Rolls Royce out of the UK for quite some time now, but it looks like they're going to be doing a big chunk of all their jet engines specifically out of Montreal, which is good for the job market. Uh, it's going to create thousands of jobs, and over the next 10 years, they have contracts for these engines. So definitely not going to be any shortage of money or anything there for that, and good for the Canadian economy and good for Britain. Starting realizing maybe we need to start sharing things together a little bit more. Start separating ourselves from the United States. Um, just slowly, not completely separating ourselves from the states, but uh, more so or not, more or not so. And back to Montreal news. Rizzuto crime mob has put an $80,000 hit on the Arab gang boss, Jonas Attar. So there's a big price on his head, $800,000. I think this has been probably the biggest price on somebody's head that the mob has put out in recent years. I know there's a big war between the 81s, which is the Hells Angels, and the Rizzuto mob. A lot of members right now are all locked up in jail, facing federal crimes. Don't know when court dates are coming up yet for that, but there's still a lot of background noise with this Rizzuto, and after most of them being locked up in jail, you think you'd be hearing more about the 81s kind of taking over the supply chain and taking over control of Quebec streets. So that's a big hit for Rizzuto mob, and I don't know how this is going to play out in the long run with the Rizzuto mob actually stating that they got a hit on somebody's head that big. Well, it's going to put pressure on the Rizzuto mob, and there could be potential hits coming Rizzuto's ways to other affiliates. So if any of you guys are affiliated with the Rizzuto mob, I'd put some eyes behind your back right now, because they're starting wars on all fronts right now. So not good for anyone dealing with the mob or even the 81s right now. There's people getting shot up and murdered all throughout Montreal right now. All ties with 81, Blood Family Mafia, Hell's Angels. Like the Greek was just murdered not too long ago. Very big ties with the 81s and the Rizzuto mob. He was kind of like a broker between sorts. Also had a lot of gang ties as well. So yeah, it doesn't matter how much money you have or how bulletproof your car is, because when they got the Greek there, he was just sitting in a coffee shop while his armored car was sitting outside. So armored car's not going to save you guys. Uh, Down into the states, this is unreal. A secret biolab was found in a residential house in some guy's garage in Las Vegas, Nevada. FBI and law enforcement agencies raided the property. There were other residents living on this property that had nothing to do with this. I'm pretty sure that these are probably the people who had brought up these allegations. They had the police agencies had taken over 1,000 samples of what they had found in this garage. They had found multiple freezers, coolers, and multiple different types of bio anything bio. Some of the the vials and samples they had found in this fella's garage happened to be labeled HIV, malaria, tuberculosis, COVID-19, and even Ebola. And not only that, this guy had been previously arrested in California in 2023 for the exact same offense. And looking into this more, he has money come from Chinese banks funding his own bank account. So he's being privately funded by Chinese nationals to be doing some type of illegal biochemistry here, studying viruses and stuff out of his own home. So I don't know. And this guy being arrested in 2023, why is he out in the first place? Why is he still in Canada or in the United States? Like, and now he just opened another lab. So what's going on with this? Like, really, shame on you, you law enforcement agencies. This guy never should have been let out in the first place. And if he was let out, he should have been thrown back to his own country. This fella's name is, just give me a second. Ori Solomon. So keep that, remember this, Ori Solomon, because I almost guarantee this name is going to come up again here multiple times, because not just people start up a biolab as sophisticated as this guy. And for him to just be walking around doing this is just unreal. Ooh, and then Canadian news, Manitoba Hydro. And here in Canada, we call our electricity hydro due to the fact that most of our electricity comes from hydroelectricity. So we just broad term it, call it hydroelectricity due to the fact that we supply most of the northern United States with electricity and a lot of Canada. But after closing the coal plant in Brandon, Manitoba, and installing a new natural gas generating station, uh, apparently this natural gas generating station has not been properly operational since its first build, since they had shut down this coal plant, which is unreal to me. The provincial government allowed that funding for this hydro plant to be built, and it has never been running properly. And they're planning on this hydro plant not to be properly running till probably another 5 6 years to have it up and running properly. So then to defer that, they're going to be putting in more wind turbines across Canada. Ew, wind turbines, not a great thing. The shelf expectancy is 20 years or less. They're roughly saying that wind turbine, if you go to the websites who create these wind turbines, they say anywhere from 25 to 30 years. Well, in real day situations, that is not the case. Just for instance, the other day in South Korea, one of these wind turbines, just after 20 years, had a complete failure and completely crashed down onto a highway, nearly missing some people, which is horrible. Talking about the news is what I'm doing. So yeah, wind turbines, not a good investment in the long run due to the fact that what are we going to do with these wind turbines when they're no good anymore? The shelf life on this fiberglass and the treatment on here is just, it's no good. And now they're just ending up in landfills, creating landfill issues. And there's no real good way of processing these old wind turbines down. So unless some company comes up with some way where they go and start collecting these wind turbines and start processing them into something that could be refined and something useful again, I really don't see these wind turbines really helping in the long run. It's literally just putting a band-aid on something that that should have been fixed. It should have been built in the first place, and we never should have lost our coal plant in the first place. Our coal plants that we have here through Manitoba are some of the most efficient coal plants you'd ever see. You only ever see steam ever coming out, and the coal that they burn is very high grade coal with not a lot of what do you call it? Nitrocarbons, all the bad carbons. So I just think the way that Manitoba Hydro and some of the hydro companies are starting to lean towards green energy in the long run, it's not green energy. It's not. It's like nuclear waste, and I'll get back into that here in a minute. Uh, well, let's get back into it right now. Nuclear Waste Management Organization, it's a world organization, is using an old mine in northern Ontario, about roughly 250 kilometers north of Thunder Bay, Ontario. So they're going to be storing used nuclear waste there. And this facility is predicted to be running for the next 160 years and going to be storing around 5.9 million bundles of spent nuclear fuel rods. Ooh. So, big concern a lot of people are having is the transport to the mine. People are worried, like a semi crash or something. They're worried about some type of fallout. Um, my understanding, a lot of this stuff is well taken care of, and if it is getting hauled, you probably would never know it was getting hauled. And I don't know. It's got to be put in the ground somewhere, unless you guys want to ship it off to Sellafield in the UK there, which is one of the UK's largest radiation or spent fuel rod storage facilities. That place is crazy. If you ever have like looking up like nuclear stuff, or if anyone watching Fallout right now, look into Centerfield, Sellafield in UK. That place has some pretty interesting stories. Back down to the States. What is this? Cape Canaveral. So Artemis 2 is delayed again due to cold weather temperatures, and they're still having some hydrogen leaks in one of their storage packs. And then back to, was it the Challenger disaster? Just things seem to be leading up to this whole nother Challenger disaster again. Like the same things are playing out again. Uh, they blamed the Challenger disaster on this frozen seal to one of their hydrogen lines, which created the rocket to go into a full anomaly. But yeah, everyone keep track here. It was supposed to be for February 8th, but I don't know, due to weather conditions and them having problems with these leaks, we're just going to have to play it by ear. And to be fair, if they are going to do it, we might only have like a day's notice or so. I don't know. I'll try and stay on top of that. If they do launch that rocket, I will be going live for that. Oh, and then back to Montreal. Lots of Montreal news today. Not a lot of international news. Pretty much all the same things I talked about yesterday and last week. Everyone's kind of just fighting back and forth between trade deals, and Trump's trying to fight back and saying, if you don't make deals with us, then there's going to be consequences. Just throwing out these open threats. But that's fine. Whatever. We're all getting by here fine. And then, yeah, back to Montreal. Famous Wing Wong fortune cookies is now closing doors after 80 years of making the famous fortune cookies. Mr. Lee, he's just, I think he's had enough time with it. Didn't really feel like he needed other investors come in and take over his business, or felt that he needed to sell the business or hand it off. I think he just had enough time, had his fun with it, and he's just gonna leave it on a high note of what was a good thing at one point. Many people winning winning lotteries from those fortune cookies. Um, and just some of the funny stories, like you open a fortune cookie and then you say at the end of everything, in bed. So like, today you will be blessed in bed. He always adds something funny. So That's kind of a shame. There's a few other fortune cookie companies kicking around, but I think that's pretty much the main one, probably across North America, would be Wing. Um, uh, One piece of international news: the Nympha virus coming up here in China and India, sparking some concern. Hey, how's it going there, Joshua? So yeah, this Nipah virus in China and India sparking controversy and some concern. Um, Chinese airports, India airports are taking care and uh, putting in uh, special. How am I? I'm doing okay for a Tuesday. It's nicer outside. It's only -6 here. That's what, 22 degrees Fahrenheit. Um, So yeah, that's another thing. This virus going through China and India again. A lot of people are concerned that is this going to be another COVID-19 outbreak due to the fact that many Indian officials have passed due to this virus. So let's kind of hope it stays over there, their direction here. I don't believe there is any test you can take to see if you have this virus yet, but we'll see what happens in the next couple weeks. Stuff happens. It is what it is. So I don't know. New virus. We'll see. Oh, another news. People was it who took the Pfizer vaccine are now coming back to the federal government for injuries, disabilities, or something that has happened to them due to the fact of them taking the COVID shot. Some people have all of a sudden got type 1 diabetes now. Some people have certain nerve damages and stuff now. But after the case, they were only good for up to 3 years to prove that they got some of these uh, issues due to the fact that this one virus caused it. And by the way, it is India. Oh, sorry, what did I say? I slip sometimes. And always correct me. I don't mind being corrected. Uh, so yeah, a lot of these people that are fighting to get some type of funding back from the government, because the government said, if you take this shot and something bad is going to happen to you, we're going to look after you. And yeah, the government has looked after a few people, but now that timeline has ended. So a lot of people that are just starting to figure out after talking to multiple doctors and getting tests done, they're starting to realize that, wow, these symptoms and issues really came down to the shot you had. And now they're kind of now they're now they're past due. So I'd like to see the federal government match their words and stand by what they had said. But that's government for you. They say a lot of things and never really gets done. It's called sound bites. Oh, and then back to Churchill. A lot of news about Churchill. Churchill, Manitoba. Churchill, Manitoba is based in Hudson Bay in northern Manitoba in the crest of the key there. It's a major shipping port for grain, and now federal government is talking about opening this port up to get more exports out to international markets, using Hudson Bay as a port through. Um, Issue is now we have environmentalists coming up with a study saying, this could affect marine wildlife and the polar bear breeding as well. So I don't know. For one thing, the government wants to do, there's always going to be somebody who says, "Oh, wait, we have to do a study," and that study's going to take a couple years, and before you know it, we're going to have a new prime minister and a whole new view of world markets. So we're going to be wasting money on trying to put a new port in Churchill, and then wasting money on the field research for marine biology. So I don't know. For one thing, there's always another issue. So that's pretty much it for today's news. Anything else is all pointless, and I'm not going to talk about Epstein because that seems to be international news still today. Uh, just just blows my mind that people are just still talking about this. We're still going to be talking about this another 5 years down the road. So this is one thing I don't really feel that's important to talk about, anyways. But let's talk about some history that happened today in time. So, what happened today in February 3rd? Uh, in 1916, Canadian Parliament building burnt to the ground. Yeah, that was a that was a big thing. Yeah, and then it was rebuilt, and looks better than ever. There was quite a bit of artwork and stuff that we will never ever get to see. I don't know if the we got photos or even images of some of the stuff that was in there. Like even to walk through there right now, I could spend all day and blow up like 60 gigabytes of just pictures of all the stuff I see in that Parliament building. And then in this day, February 3rd, 1882, P.T. Barnum purchased Jumbo the elephant in 1882. Jumbo the elephant, world's biggest elephant. This was kind of a ploy. Yes, Jumbo was a little bit bigger than your average elephant, but Jumbo back in the day when P.T. Barnum had purchased this elephant, nobody had really seen elephants, so they always seem larger than life. And this is what part P.T. Barnum played on is oddities that people don't get to see every day. And somebody to stand next to an elephant for the first time in their life, yes, that thing is huge. It was Jumbo. And this is how he played up the Jumbo market. But no, Jumbo wasn't that much bigger than an African elephant. So that's that. And then uh, in 1885, just 3 years after P.T. Barnum purchasing Jumbo the elephant, Jumbo tragically passed after getting hit by a steam locomotive in St. Thomas, Ontario, of all places. Back, see how everything comes full circle? Like everything today about Canada, Canada, Canada. So, yeah, Jumbo the elephant sadly passed after being hit by a steam locomotive after protecting its young. It was a very sad day, especially for P.T. Barnum. That was a big thing for him. He truly, of all the freaks and stuff out of the shows that he created, I really truly believe that he did love that elephant, like truly more than anyone else that he had brought onto that show. Um, so yeah, that was a shame. But yeah, and then how do you bury an elephant, especially in 1885? A bunch of shovels. Oof, that's crazy. So yeah, that's pretty much it for news and history today. Um, oh, and like I said, I did a live yesterday. I'm just gonna explain what I'm doing with my channel and stuff here. I'm gonna start processing. I'm gonna start moving my new strip down over to its own direct channel. Oh yeah, they could have used a steam digger too. Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Yeah, steam digger. Oof. Killed by a steam engine, buried by a steam digger. So yeah, I'm trying to separate the I'll Make You Uncomfortable, my personal channel, and then I'm gonna go start up a whole nother channel here. Directly, strictly news. It'll be Monday to Friday, 4 to 4:30 p.m. Canadian Central Time. Just interesting news that I feel is interesting, and the amount of news I gotta read from like midnight to like before I even go on air. Like I feel for you guys. So if you guys hate watching the news and you're tired of all this nonsense, come pop into my channel. I'll give you the basic facts, the basic news, and then you don't have to watch all that nonsense stuff. And then if you want like some like little heartwarming happiness moments like they do in the news, you're not gonna find that on my channel. You're not gonna find that. But yeah, so no nonsense on this channel, just straight facts. I try and get into global trade and other things like that are going to affect like all of us as a world, not just us as Canada as a country or U.S. or like the Americas. Uh, yeah, I just want to spread the word out there to the facts that should be talked about, and I don't know, stuff that I find is interesting. But slowly working on it. Green screen's gonna be getting set up here soon. But my priority is getting everything kind of shifted over to its own separate channel. But that's it for today. See if you guys tune in tomorrow. If you do, cheers. Leave a comment, say hi, whatever. I do like to. I will acknowledge you guys in the comments and stuff when I'm doing my news show. It's mostly a business thing. Like I'm gonna keep it strictly news. I'm not really here to chat or anything. But some days I will be doing live shows after mine, and I'll might keep that on my personal channel. But I'm not sure. I'm still kind of on the fence about this. I'm still 6'7", 6'7" about that. Um, and then Fridays, if you guys are on Twitch, I'm going to be doing highlight reels of everything that happened this week, and I will be on YouTube, Twitch, and Instagram. So if you guys have any of those platforms, you can also find me on there. And Friday's going to be more of a highlight thing than anything of things that happened through the week and other circumstances that might affect something else I talked about during the week. And yeah, so I don't know. Hopefully, I see you guys tomorrow, and I hope you like the show. And if there's anything you guys want me to talk about, or you think that isn't getting enough press in the news or enough media outlet, please leave me a text in the comments or email me or anything. Yeah, totally. And if I ever say anything wrong, please correct me. Please 100% correct me. I have no grievances. You can sit here and troll me if you want to. I really don't even care. Trolls don't bother me. But yeah, if I say something wrong or I misquote a date or I misquote something, please call me out on that. Like, I have no problems with that. I like to be like as truthful and honest as possible when I do this. But due to the fact the way news works, there's a lot of retracted stuff. So the news isn't always right either, and so uh, don't hold me to it, okay? But anyways, see you guys all tomorrow. Love you all, and I don't know, go do something nice for somebody today. I don't know, go pay for somebody's coffee or something. I don't know, everyone go do something nice. But anyways, see you tomorrow. Waka 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 waka.